Showtime, a-holes. It'll be here any minute.
Well, this is one of the unicorns. This is the titled as 92 Escort GT. I'll do a walk around and show you some of the stuff. I've already upgraded the brakes, as you can see. Cross-drill slided rotors. It's got stainless steel brake lines running to it. Gonna have to do suspension. Got some body work I got to do. So you can see there's a little bit of body damage there. The interior is basically mint. That floor mat's old, but I mean the interior is nice. It's got that Scottish knit with the blue trim, and it's got a good headliner. And this car does have a sunroof. There's no cracks in the dash. Everything appears to be pretty nice on the inside. And this thing has been setting for about a year and a half. Haven't had a chance to do really anything with it. But, I mean, it's a solid car. And it's limited edition rims on the front and limited edition rims on the back. The backs are 93s, which are directionals. Those are true directionals. Only made 1 year by Ford in 1993. I actually have a whole set of those. I'm missing the two limited edition. These are 2000 model ZX2 SR rims. And I don't have the two for the back, but I do have the two for the front. But I'm going to buy those offline. Had a new windshield put in this thing about 8 months ago, and the back hatch glass. Went to bend down to put the jack under it to jack it up the other day, and the front bumper is so brittle that it cracked and broke. Now I could put this back together, but I'm not going to waste the time. You can't buy this bumper for this car anymore. You can't find these. So this bumper is basically obsolete. I mean, I'll take it off and I'll work on it later. But I'm going to order a 93 Mustang GT Stalker bumper and fab that in. I'm good at doing fab work, so I'll show you how to do all that. And the car's pretty solid. There's no major damage to it. Need to put the headlights and stuff back in it. This is a true fast-speed car. Hasn't been doctored up. But that's it for the walk around, and that's what we're working on. And I've already started on the fuel pump assembly. I've already shown you that. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to get to the fuel pump. And under these seats on that side, let's see, there's a clip here right there. Alright, so the back seat's out, and it took a little bit of effort to get it out because you can see there's a clip here and there's a clip on the other side, but they're covered in some sort of tar. And I'm thinking that when the guy put all this mat in here, because this whole car is matted up because he wanted the stereo not to rattle around in it, which I guess is a good idea if you don't want to hear rattles and pings. But I'm gonna have to take this out because the fuel pump is under this cap, and he has tarred that cap up, so it's going to take me a little bit to get this stuff straight. But, yeah, the guy Bobby, we called him Big Bobby, massive monster. But I picked this car up from him. I think it was his wife's. She got it before they got married, and she drove the car, and I acquired it from him. And I'm just going to have to put this thing back together. But, all right, let me get started on that. Okay, so the holes are walled out pretty good, so it may have been in a situation where they have put a fuel pump in this thing once already, but it had been a long time. I had to clean the debris off to get this thing out of here. And I'm going to show you how this ring comes out. It's like, you got to pop these seals up. Take those out. And this is a return system, so there's not going to be a massive amount of pressure. Plus, this thing's been setting for years. But, take this one off, and I'm really hoping that this thing is not full of fuel, but I got a feeling that it is, and it's probably nasty fuel. Anyway, this ring slides under here, and what you want to do is just take a punch and ball peen hammer and just kind of tap it around. Tap, tap, tap. And that's it. Now let's see. I don't see a lot of fuel running out, so that's a good sign. Oh. Well, it's not that full after all. Maybe we can figure out why it is we weren't getting any fuel to the system. And I see why we weren't getting any fuel to the system. Wow. That line is split bad. That is crazy. Look how corroded that shit is, man. Wow. Look at that. You're not getting any fuel with that thing. Well, oh, the sock is ripped all to pieces. Good grief. What the hell happened? Okay, well, that concludes that. Okay, I've been working on cars for a lot of years now, and I've never seen anything quite like this. This is the fuel pump. I mean, that's the sock. The float is gone. It disintegrated the float. I fished around the tank, and I can't find the rod, but it is literally eat the float up. And there's the tube that's supposed to be delivering fuel, and that's split. This thing is toast. I mean, toast. Like I said, I've been working on cars a long time, and I've never seen anything like this as far as this much damage and destruction to a fuel pump. I've pulled a lot of pumps out of tanks working in salvage yards, and this is a first for me. I don't know what was in there. I don't know if my buddy, before he got rid of the car, decided to run some 110 through it and try it, or what, but something ate it up. So I guess I'm going to clean the tank out. Let's see. Bought this siphoning pump. Got this thing, so I'm going to try to get as much of that old fuel out of the tank as possible and put it all in this steel can. And then I'll put the new pump and housing in there, plug it all in, and hope for the best. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to replace the injectors. I'm hoping it's not destroyed everything. Good grief, this sucks. Okay, so I've pushed the new fuel pump assembly back down in there. I put the new rubber seal down over the lip before I push this back down in there, and it just sits right back down in there. Might have to wiggle it a little bit, but get it in its position, and once it's in there, it's in there. And all you have to do is put your ring back on and lock him back down. Now once you set this ring back in here against these tabs, you just tap it around and it'll seal itself. Just take your time and go around it. It should slide on around and lock it in place. And that's basically all you have to do. And then you're done.